No, you no go lead.
Yosimiama Wiley.
Okay, my name is Michael Sabrin. I'm a former Peace Corps volunteer. I was there in Sierra Leone, West Africa, from 1976 to 1978. And I lived in a small town called Dodo, and I worked on a project called the Feeder Road Project. We were building roads out to plantations in order to be able to bring in the palm plants so that they could be exported to help their economy. And so that's what I did.
Okay. My name is John McWilliam. I was a Peace Corps volunteer in Sierra Leone from 1967 to 69. And my story. I wrote this story 20 years ago, and I found it in my Peace Corps trunk that I have kept. And it was handwritten, and I read it over again. And in fact, I wouldn't change a word of the story. But in any case, it was the time when in the village that I lived in Matotoka, in the middle of Sierra Leone, there was great competition between schools from one village to another, and it was the only way we all got together and socialized. I was in this town of Matotoka, around 500 people in the town or village, and the school was the main source of entertainment. I was a primary school teacher. Well, we had the team of from across the river come to play with us soccer, and the soccer match was the most important match going. So everyone cleaned up the compound, everyone did everything to get it all freshened up. The women teachers were cooking the meal. The care milk was being put around the field as the lines, the chalk lines, so that we would know where out was and where the field was, naturally to be licked up the next day by all the goats in the village. But there we were, having this wonderful game, and after the game, it really didn't make any difference who won the game, but it was the socialization between the primary school teachers. And there we were in the schoolyard. We took out the papers that we used to get, the long roll of newspapers, and put it over the long tables in the primary school, and the food was being brought out. And all of a sudden I realized that all the teachers from my school realized we didn't have any spoons. There were no spoons to eat the rice with, and that would be considered by the other school to be very bush. We're not quite as sophisticated as we were, and particularly with me being there as the sort of the modern white man within this village, how would it look? And I said to one of the students, I said, run as fast as you can and bring every spoon from my house. The kids used to go into my house quite often, so they knew what I was talking about. So they ran, but it wouldn't last. So what did I have to do is all the food was out, the enormous pot in front of us with chicken and all of the sauce on top of the rice. And so I knew it was my chance. And I put my hand in and took out and started eating with my hand. And the most amazing thing happened. I realized at that time I was a part of that community because none of the teachers from my side of from my school looked at me at all. They just continued to do the same, and it was though I had made it into the community. The best day of my life and my Peace Corps story.
My name is Jim Hansen. I served in Sierra Leone in West Africa in 1977 through 1979. Beautiful tropical country, very, very poor. I was in a small village, no electricity. We did have what you would call running water. They had a dam up in the mountains that was a former Peace Corps volunteer project that funneled water down to some taps in the town. So you could take your bucket out there and gather your water and take a bath out of the bucket. It was a wonderful experience, so wonderful people. The thing that amazed me the most is we returned to Sierra Leone in 2004 after being away 24 years. And the reception was just incredible. Incredible. They were so honored to have us come back that we remembered them. And then in 2008, our daughter went. And that was an even bigger deal. They thought that they were so honored that we would think enough to bring our daughter and show them where we served. And so we're still connected there, and now they have cell phones and the internet, so we can keep track of our friends there. It's been a great experience for me. One of my biggest memories from my work there, I was an agriculture volunteer. I came from a family farm in Iowa, and they taught me to grow rice in Sierra Leone. And we loved growing rice, and when we got together, that's all we talked about is our work and how we did it. And one of my most memorable times there was one of my biggest failures. All the labor's done by hand. You dig ditches by hand, and so you ask these farmers to go out there and work and labor and make these rice paddies. And in one night, it was all washed away. A huge waterway that was 9 feet wide, you know, and had dams all around it to send the water to all these rice paddies. It was washed away overnight. And I was heartbroken, and the man that owned it came out and said, "Oh well, we'll just do it again, no problem." So it was no problem. They did it again. But I felt so bad that all of that work had been taken away, but it's part of the learning process.